ABC here with another Pacific Fence Spotlight, and today's show is about Vcon. Vcon is a science fiction fantasy convention held in Vancouver, British Columbia. It's a lot of fun. We're here at the Vancouver Marriott Pinnacle Hotel in downtown Vancouver. A guest of honor included Tanya Huff, who is a very prolific author. She has done quite numerous works. She was here and had a lot of fun. It was a lot of great to hear and listen to. We got her interview on audio. Unfortunately, the video of her interview got kind of corrupted. I apologize for that. But we got the audio and you'll be able to see that in the full show. Other guests of honor included graphic concept artist Miles Tevis. He has worked in Hollywood, knows his stuff. He's worked on Legend, RoboCop, Total Recall, a lot of other movies. If you check out his website, you'll be able to see some of the stuff he's worked on. Additional guests included the creators of Looking for Group, which is, of course, is an online web comic, which you can check out. Kind of pokes fun at gamers and MMOs and other such type things. Other guests included the guys from Geeks On. Geeks On is basically it's a lot like what I do. It's a geek podcast put on by geeks for geeks and about anything geeky. Now, before I move on to the review, I want to show you a couple of people a chance I had a chat with, see what they think of the con. And here's Rocky and Gabe. Apparently, holograms can have kids.
You can program anything you want.
Good point, good point. How are you guys doing enjoying the con so far?
Great so far.
How about you?
It's awesome.
Did you go to Vcon at all a lot? Or?
This is my first time.
Very first time?
Yeah.
How about yourself?
First time.
First time? Are you guys big science fiction? Obviously you're a Red Dwarf fan. That much is clear. Although your H's actually kind of look like Harry Potter H's. But
yeah, well.
Hey, whatever works. But have you always been into sci-fi fantasy?
Oh yeah, since I was his age.
And what are some of your favorite shows aside from Red Dwarf?
Shows, books?
Anything.
Oh, Heinlein. Definitely. Still a Heinlein fan. First, last, and always.
How about yourself, Gabe?
I like Star Wars, Star Trek.
Oh, I like this guy. Definitely, he's going to be a friend of mine when I grow up. Now, do you plan to go any conventions in the future? Or?
The one over in Victoria.
Gaudicon.
Which one?
Gaudicon.
Gaudicon, yes. Heard about that one. I won't be able to get up to that one, but it'll be fun. So, are you guys from Vancouver or are you?
Victoria.
Victoria. So, you're relatively local?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. So, well, I hope you guys enjoy this convention, and welcome to your first convention. Vcon is sort of, oddly enough, Vcon was my very first convention too. I'm from Seattle. I was drugged up here by a group of my friends for Vcon 19 and a half, way long. I don't even think you were born then, but it was a long time ago. But hope you enjoy the convention.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm William Fearon.
And you are with?
The Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, Vancouver Centre, a nationwide organization of amateur astronomy enthusiasts who get together usually once a month for regular meetings on talks on astronomy and other get-togethers to just look up at the stars at night.
Excellent. Now, you're here at a science fiction fantasy convention.
Yes.
It's not too hard to guess the relation between astronomy and sci-fi, but
yes.
Do you get a lot of interest from sci-fi fans?
Yes. I myself am a long-time Vcon congoer since number 5, so I've seen a lot of people around here today who are members of our club and do come down here as well. I've been a member of the RAC since 1988, so for me it's a long-time hobby.
What are some of the things you do aside from, amateur astronomy, but what are the kind of things you do as a group?
We like throwing star parties where we get together and basically take our telescopes out, say to a place like down by the Inukshuk in Stanley Park or in Devanier Park, Boundary Bay, Aldergrove Lake, other sites around the Lower Mainland where we bring our telescopes to look up and invite the public to come down and say hi. Davyland Park is also a favorite site too.
So for our Canadian viewers, is there a website they can go to if they want to learn more about your...
Yep, it's rasc.ca.
All right. Thank you, sir, and good luck.
Thanks.
And now for my review. Vcon this year was a lot of fun. First of all, the staff was very friendly. They bent over backwards to help me out and to be able to let me slide in and film a lot of the stuff. That was really, really cool. So very much thank you to Vcon for supporting me in that. I really appreciate it. The convention was a little bit disorganized. Now, in Vcon's defense, unfortunately they had to switch hotels like almost at the last minute, and that can, if anybody has worked on a con will tell you, that can screw up anything. You know, that can cause, you know, lots of problems, and they really handled that kind of situation well. So even though it was a little bit disorganized, they were still on the ball and they were still getting things done, which was okay, especially because this convention being a relaxicon, nobody was really too worried. Everybody had, the point was to have fun, and they succeeded in spades on that one. It had a lot of fun here. Another downside was the hotel facilities itself. The main hallway where the main programming was very narrow. The hallway itself wasn't narrow, but because they had tables on both sides, kind of had the same thing going on like with the dealer's room at Rainforest. Didn't really have a lot of room to walk through if people were stopped and chatting with the other people. And so that was kind of a downside. Vcon, of course, is now aware of it, and if they are going to be at this hotel next year, they'll rearrange things around so they can still have all the folks for the Artist Alley, but at the same time, they'll still be able to get people, traffic flow working. Another downside to the facilities was, unfortunately, the lack of experience the hotel had dealing with science fiction fantasy conventions. It was very clear that they'd never had one here before, and so their attitude was a little downtownish. And again, I don't mean that as a personal attack against them. I just don't think they're used to us. But then again, if you were, you know, an upscale hotel and you have people like me walking in like this, you'd be kind of thrown for a loop too if you'd never dealt with it. But it was still, we still had a very good time, and things were still running fairly smoothly, so it wasn't too big of a problem. Now the Masquerade was kind of an interesting affair. It's not as large as some of the larger conventions. They had only 8 performances, 6 actual entries. And so it was a very small affair, but that's okay. People still had a lot of fun, which of course is the point of a Masquerade. I got to be a judge. That was actually fun. Unfortunately, one of the guests of honor couldn't make it at that time. They had some other pre-engagement apparently, and so they needed a last-minute judge, and they asked me because I was there. I was in costume at the time, and of course, you know, it helped to say, "I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it." So they let me be help be one of the judges, and the Geeks On guys were the other judges. So we had a lot of fun. We came up with some. They let us came up with the awards of the categories of how people play. So we had a lot of fun with that one. So you'll see that in the full show. But yeah, even though the Masquerades was small, it was still well put together, and it had a lot of fun, and people enjoyed it very much. So the dance was kind of interesting. Now I don't do a lot of dancing, you know, I don't do a lot of any physical exercise for that matter. But it did have decent music in that you could dance to it. Now whether or not you would like to dance to it, can't help you there. But it did have good danceable music, and so that is actually the good mark of a good dance. So all in all, we had a really good time. Really, you got to come next year. It's going to be, I mean, it's a great convention to go to, especially if you're not really big into the crowds. I'm not, and you know, enjoy yourself. It's across the border. It's only Vancouver. No big deal. Just go ahead. Make sure you get your passport, of course, or your enhanced ID. But yeah, come on up, go to the convention, have fun. It's a blast. And yeah, and if you want to really see just how much of a blast it is, of course, go to the website. You should know this by now. Why you're still here on YouTube and not at the website, I don't know. I mean, granted, YouTube's popular, but come on, go to the website, see the full show, see everything in its wonderful glory. And until next time, this is JC reminding you to get your geek on with Pacific Fen Spotlight.
I scream and shout so you can hear. I tell you that the end is near. I still can't stand, I still can't think. You win me with my favorite drink. Give me that glass, though I feel asinine. And if I can't grump, I'll drink plum wine.